Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and welcome to Rahman Digital Production. This is lecture number 53 of Mathematics 4024. Today we are starting a new topic, and that is rate, ratio, speed and time. We will talk about these mathematical quantities used in our daily life. So first we are giving a look to the ratio. Now what is ratio? When we are going to compare two or more than two values of the same kind, more than two values of the same kind having the same unit, having the same unit, then we are using ratio. For example, one example is that we want to find the ratio of boys to girls in a class. If there is 1 to 2 ratio, then it means that for one boy there are two girls. Yani it means that there are double girls for the boys. Ladies and gentlemen, ratio can be written in this form: A ratio B. There is a colon between A and B. We can also write these ratios in this form: A divided by B. Both are the same. You know that this is ratio, but B will not be equal to 0. For example, we are saying 3 ratio 9 means 1 over 3, and we can write this 1 over 3 in 1 ratio 3 as well. The numbers which can be written in the form of P over Q are called rational numbers. These are, if you remember, we talked about the rational numbers. So you can see that there is a word ratio inside this as well. So ratio can either be written in this form or in this form also. Now we are going to start exercise 9A, and in this exercise we will give an in-depth look to the ratios. The first question in this regard is saying that simplify each of the following ratios, and they given us number 1.5 kilogram, 1.5 kilogram, ratio 350 gram. Ladies and gentlemen, as a mathematician, our first job is to make these quantities in the same unit. Either we have to convert this to kilogram, or we have to convert this to gram. So this is easy. This is equal to 1500 gram ratio 350 and 50 gram, because I told you that same kind is necessary, which is having the same unit. One unit is gram, kilogram, and the other unit is kilogram. So we have to convert to the same unit both these quantities. And I told you that we can write this in this form. So it is easy for simplification. So 5 sevens are, and then when we are 5, 3 and 0 is this one. So it means 30:7, which can also be written in 30:7. So this is the simplest form, because both the quantities are not further divisible by any same number. So now let us turn our focus to the second part, and they are saying 15 divide by 24 ratio 9 divide by 7. Ladies and gentlemen, in this type of questions which are written in the fraction form, find a number which are divisible by both 7 and 24. We have to remove this denominator portion. So for that we have to find the LCM of these two numbers, and then in the next step we have to multiply that LCM on both sides. In this case the LCM is 168. So multiplying both sides by 168. Why 168? Because 24 and 7 is having the smallest number 168, which are divisible by both 7 and 24. So 15 divided by 24, we are multiplying by 168, and 9 divided by 7, also we are multiplying it by 168. So as a result we will get 105 and 216. 105 and 216, which can further be simplified. 35 and 73, 72. 35 and 72, and that is the ultimate answer, because it cannot be further divided. So now let us turn our focus to C part, and the C part is saying that 0.45 0.45 ratio 0.85. Ladies and gentlemen, we can write this 45 divided by 100 ratio 85 divided by 100. How? For this decimal we will put 1 and there will be 2 zeros. For this decimal we are putting, so directly we can cut these two or multiply both sides by the same denominator. So here we are cutting it, and as a result we will write 45 and 85. Both are divisible by 5. So it will be 9 and it will be 17. and that is the ultimate answer, the simplified form of the ratio. Now, D part we are doing is 580 milliliter, 580 milliliter, and then we are having 1.12 liter, 1.12 liter, and there is a third quantity as well. I told you two values are more than two values, so we can compare, but the unit should be the same. And the third one is 104 milliliter. So two of them are in milliliter and one in the liter. So we have to write 580 ratio 1120 and 104, because to introduce m here we have to divide multiplied by what? By 1000. So when we multiply it by 1000, it will be 1120. Milli means 10 raised to the power minus 3. So minus 3 is when going upward, it will become 3, and milli means 1000. Okay, so we are dividing all these by 2, and after the simplification, we will have 10 and 145, 145, and then we are having 280 and 26. This is your job to get these. Divide each term by 5, again by 5, and you will get. I'm not wasting your time, so writing it directly. Now the E part is 2 ratio 3 and ratio 3 over 2 ratio, and then we are getting 5 ratio 8. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to, I told you here that you have to find the LCM. So in this case, LCM is 24. So we are multiplying each term by 24, multiplying it. So we will get the required ratio. Now 3 8s are, so it is 1. 2 12s are, 8 3s are. So you can see that 1 1 1. We have to make the denominator the same by multiplying all these quantities with one number. And I told you that you have to find the LCM, and the LCM is 24. So here we are getting 8 2s are 16 and 12 3s are 36 and 5 3s are 15. So this is the final answer of this 16, 36 and 15. So in this way we can simplify. Now we are coming towards the F part, and F part is saying 0.33, 0.33 ratio 0.63, 0.63 ratio 0.1.8. Now ladies and gentlemen, here If we want to divide it by 100, so this will be removed. If we divide this by 100, so that will be removed. But if we are removing this, it will be 10. So we have to make all these denominators is the same. So here we have to multiply and divide by 10. So it means that this is 33 divided by 100 and this is 63 divided by 100 and this is 180 divided by 100. 10 tens are and 18 tens are. So it means that now the denominators are the same. We can cancel it by multiplying each term by 100. So now we can see that 33, 63 and 180 can be further divided by 3. So 11 and 21 and 60 not further divisible by any number. So that is the answer. Now we are turning our focus to question number 2 and we will clear more of our concept. Find the value of A if A ratio 400 is equal to 6 ratio 25 is equal to 6 ratio 25. Here we have to find the value of A. Ladies and gentlemen, we can write these ratios in this form 6, 25. Now we can write A is equal to 625 multiplied by 400. So 25 ones are and 25 sixteens are. So it will be 96. So A is equal to 96. If 96 is inserted instead of A, then both the ratio will be equal. You can confirm that as well. Now we are going to find the B part, and in this they are saying given that 5B ratio 8 is equal to what? It is equal to 2 ratio 5. 2 ratio 5. So 5B divided by 8 is equal to 2. So from cross multiplication that will be like this. So B is equal to 16 divided by 25. Yes, the value of this is 16 divided by 25. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to question number 3, but let me first erase the whiteboard. So wait for a second, then I will come back. Okay, in question number 3, they are saying given that 2x divided by 5 is equal to 3y divided by 8. Find the ratio of xy. We have to find the ratio of x and y. That is what we are required. Ladies and gentlemen, from cross multiplication, we can write 16x is equal to 15y. And we can write x divided by y is equal to 15 divided by 6, and that is the answer. Because this x ratio y can be written in this form, this and this are the same. So 15 ratio 16 is the answer. Now question number 4. And question number 4 is saying that given the ratios A ratio B ratio C is equal to 75 ratio 120 ratio 132. Number 1, simplify A ratio B ratio C, and we will write 75 ratio 120 ratio 132. And if we want to divide all of them, so we can divide them by 3. Dividing this by 3 will give us 25, 40 and 44, and that is the simplified ratios. Now the B part, they are saying find B ratio A. Find B ratio A. So B correspond to 120 and A correspond to 75. So instead of B we wrote this, and instead of A we wrote this correspondingly. Both are divisible by first 5, 5 twos are, and 5 fours are, and that is 15. So 3 eights are, no, not 15. This is 25, not 25. So 24 ratio 25 is the value. That is 40 ratio 25. 40 ratio 25. 40 ratio 25. This one. This is not 75. So 40 ratio 25, 8 ratio 5. Third number part is saying find B ratio C. So when we find B ratio, B is 40 and C is 44, the simplified. So 40 ratio 44. So 4 tens are and 4 elevens are. So it means that there is a ratio of 10 into 11. That was the whole story about question number 4. Now we are going to turn our focus to question number 5. And question number 5 is saying that there are 14 boys and 25 girls. Boys are 14, girls are 25. Further, in a school badminton team, find the ratio of number of boys to the number of girls. So, boys ratio girls. Boys are 14 and girls are 25. So, further simplification is not possible. So, this is the answer of the first part. Now, the second part of question number 5 is saying that the number of girls to the total number of players in team. First, we have to find the total numbers in team, and that is 14 plus 25, which is 39. Total is the 39, and we are going to find girls ratio total. So we have to write girls ratio total. So girls are 25 and total are 39. So that is the 25 ratio 39 is the answer. Now we have to find the question number 6. A total of 3,600 athletes. Total number of athletes. I am writing because we will need this to 3,600. Where they participated, let us listen. Participated in Singapore 2010 Youth Olympic Games. There were 1,200 media representatives. Media representatives are 1,200. You have to write this data. Who reported on the games? 20,000 volunteers. There are 20,000 volunteers are there who are serving in the help. Volunteers who helped out during the games and 370,000 spectators. Spectators are equal to 370,000. Now the first part is saying, I am writing this first part here, and they are saying find the ratio of the number of athletes to the number of volunteer. Athletes ratio volunteers. Athletes ratio volunteers. So instead of athletes 3,600 we will write, and volunteer is 20,000. These two zeros will be cancelled with this one, and then both are divisible by 3, 2. So 18 and 100. Again it is divisible by 2. 9 into 50. So that is the 9 into 50 is the, for 9 athletes there are 50 volunteers. This is the ratio. Now the second part of this question is saying that the number of media representative to the number of spectators, to the number of athletes to the number of spectators. Media ratio athletes to spectators. We have to put the corresponding values. 1200, and then athletes are 3600 and spectators 370,000. So first of all, we are cancelling two zeros by dividing 100. So we will be left with 36 and 370. 3,700. Both are divisible by 2. 2 6 are, 2 18s are, 2 1s are 2, 2 8s are 16, 2 5s are, and this. So we are having then 3 9 and 1850 is the 925. So that is the ultimate answer. Thank you very much for watching. Allah Hafiz.